पीसीएस प्रबोध ग्रुप में आप सभी का स्वागत है। आज रितिका मैम, जिनकी रैंक 11 आई है 67th बीपीएससी में, और इनका ऑप्शनल एंथ्रोपोलॉजी रहा है, इनका माध्यम इंग्लिश है। आज वो 67th बीपीएससी मेंस के मद्देनजर आपको बहुत सारे बिंदुओं पे वो डिस्कशन करके बताएंगी कि आपका सही अप्रोच क्या हो और एंथ्रोपोलॉजी ऑप्शन के साथ में आप कैसे बहुत अच्छे नंबर्स ला सकते हैं। तो बिना डिले करे हम लोग सबसे पहले शुरू करते हैं कि मैम, इतने कम समय में जो 67th मेंस अभी आ गया है, मुश्किल से 30 दिन बचे हुए हैं, तो क्या क्या रिसोर्सेज रहे, हम क्या क्या फॉलो करें अभी?
फॉर रिसोर्सेज, क्योंकि टाइम बहुत कम है, तो आप कोई भी डिफरेंट डिफरेंट का मैं स्टार्ट करती हूँ।
हाँ
स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम सोशल फिजिकल एंथ्रोपोलॉजी।
जी।
बहुत ही लिमिटेड क्वेश्चंस टॉपिक्स हैं इसमें, तो पी नाथ विल बी द बेस्ट बुक फॉर इट। और अगर कुछ वैल्यू एडिशन करना या बेसिक्स आपको समझना है तो यू कैन गो फॉर ब्रेन ट्री in physical anthropology. This both book will serve you for physical anthropology, especially for BPSC.
ओके।
The second is social anthropology, for which it is brain tree material, the same material I am telling, with including with vaid IS notes are there, 20 to 30 pages. You can go for that in social anthropology. For tribal, since there is time constraint, only 30 days are left for 35 days, so you can go for Nadeem Hasnain plus brain tree.
ओके।
Apart from these, for writing the format of the exam of the questions, you can look for Simplified Anthropology by Vivek Bhasme sir. That is the best book. For diagram also you can go for it. So
ओके।
these books is sufficient for time being. Make multiple revision of the same material. Try to write as much as from the limited material which you have studied, because
ओके।
time constraint is there now.
हाँ। ओके, मैडम ने जो भी बताए हैं रिसोर्सेज, मैं उसे डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में नीचे लिख दूंगी, तो फिर ताकि आप उसे पढ़ करके भी देख सकें। अच्छा, अब मैम, आंसर राइटिंग इसमें कितनी जरूरी होती है और कैसे शुरुआत करनी चाहिए? थोड़ा इस पे भी, क्या बॉडी स्ट्रक्चर होना चाहिए आंसर का, कैसा फॉर्मेट हो?
बेसिकली एंथ्रोपोलॉजी में आपको काफी कुछ रिमेम्बर करना है, बहुत सारा कंसेप्ट्स है इसमें। तो बिफोर जंपिंग राइट टू आंसर राइटिंग, फर्स्ट मेक अ प्रॉपर कंटेंट ऑफ द आंसर्स फॉर अ गिवन टॉपिक। मेक श्योर टू हैव 20 to 30 पॉइंट्स इन इट, ताकि आप वो, बिकॉज यू हैव टू राइट अप्रॉक्स 5 to 6 पेजेस इन एंथ्रो। So for that you must have pages, I am telling in the matter of content. So make sure to have 20 to 25 points in your hand before writing any answer writing. So before writing answer, make sure to have all your knowledge which is with you, and then start answer writing. Start from previous year's question if you're having the time, and if you're not having the time for answer writing, just revise as much as you can. Make sure to revise so much, because there are very niches in anthro. Like you have to remember the name of tribes. You have to remember the places where they are found. You have to write the examples of miscellaneous tribes, their social life, their cultural life, their marriage life, family life. So you have to learn much. There is much factual in anthropology which you have to memorize. So and mean probably what issues are there. Like you'll remember everything, but during examination you will forget at least 5 tribe names. You will forget at least 5 examples of anything. You'll forget, definitely you'll forget. So make sure to remember 10, so that after, it is a human tendency, we all forget, it's normal. I too have forgotten many things, so it's normal. So make sure to remember 10 to 15, so that you can inculcate at least 10 or 5 examples in your answers. The same is the case with case studies. In anthro there are so many case studies which we have to learn. For a single question there are 4 to 5 case studies included. So it's very difficult to remember everything. The problem is all about memorizing and remembering the same, and then inculcating that in the examination. So make sure to learn so much of examination that after also forgetting 10 to 15 may you are rising. The second is then you jump to answer writing.
मैम, थोड़ा सा डिस्कनेक्शन हो गया था, लास्ट लाइन आप एक बार फिर से रिपीट कर दीजिए कि
the most important is memorizing, and then you have to jump to answer writing.
ओके। ओके मैम, तो इसी क्रम में आप बता दीजिए कि कैसे वैल्यू एडिशन और केस स्टडी वगैरह को कैसे टैकल किया जाए, कैसे करना है ये चीज अपने आंसर में?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, what is the problem? Ma'am, am I visible?
Yeah, you are visible and audible both, ma'am.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Thank you. But the answer writing and case study, I am telling, In anthropology, all jitne bhi students, every students have the same content with them. I'll also write the same matter, you will also write the same matter. But what differentiates between me and you or any other person is the case studies and examples, which is, we call it as value addition. Apart from this diagram, these three are the gist of anthropology answer writing, because more or less the answer is same for every question. So it is a case studies value addition which will fetch you extra marks in answer. So for that, I have resumed to Ember, and Ember one book is there. There are so much of examples and case studies are provided in it. You can go for it. The second is Sachin Gupta sir is there. He has qualified UPSC, and his notes was provided, in which there are 200 questions are there in him. Apart with the answer is also there. So from there you can get some case studies or value addition. And the third is, I have also referred to some journals, like Yojana is there. Recently it has published a tribal journal, so you can look upon that as well. Apart from this, for case study, Sachin Gupta sir, Ember, Yojana, and simplified anthropology is there, that Vivek sir, also there are some case studies in them. These all 4 books you can go and refer, and you can get so much of examples and case studies for value addition. The fourth is very important, is diagram, which is very important in anthro. So for 1 minute.
Sure.
It's okay.
Yes.
For case study, which I have told, and now I'm talking about diagrams.
Diagrams, yes.
For diagrams, which is very important in anthro. In fact, the invigilator, though he may not be able to read everything what you have written, but the diagrams will make a very good picturization of your concept of your answer. So make sure to add enough diagrams in your answers. So for diagram, you can refer one Kirti ma'am is there. She has got rank 14 in UPSC, and she has a gist of approx 100 or 120 diagrams of anthro. So you can just go Google it, and you can get the diagrams. PDF is there. I think a zip file is there. You can get. You need to practice. You just don't have a look of the diagram, because the labelization of the diagram is very important. Whether it can be a human skeleton, there are minimum skeletons are there in anthro. For labelization of that, you need to have a practice of it. Not once, 4 to 5 times you have to practice that diagram. Then only you will be able to reproduce it in the examination. So for diagrams, you must practice. And this Kirti ma'am book is there. She's having a gist of all the diagrams which are being used in anthro. So you can add here and there whenever you are required for that. So diagrams are over. Anything else, ma'am?
Yeah, ma'am. So this just a very simple question, that how many questions we have to attend, and the pages versus content, because people they ask that कि इतने page लिखने हैं या content सही होना चाहिए. तो you just throw some light on it. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. For my number of questions, it's a 6 questions we have to attempt, and for that also there are many sub parts in one question. Like there are questions in which you have to write a full 30 or 50 marks question, or one question is also there which are having 4 to 5 sub parts. Like what is family, define marriage, define family, kinship, like this questions are there. So make sure to attempt this sub parts question, because they are fetching more marks as compared to this 50 markers question. And but if the case is that you are not having any knowledge about any of the topics, then please don't attend. But if you have to choose between 50 markers question, or that is one question is there, and here sub parts question is there, then prefer sub parts. But at the same time, if you're not having any knowledge of any of the questions in sub parts, don't beat around the bush. The second is, ma'am, pages versus content. Of course, content is no doubt important. Because of paucity of time, you won't be able to write all the 6 pages for one question. So make sure to inculcate maximum content in your answer, so that if you write for 4 pages and all your topics and all your you have made justice to all the questions which are asked in the examination, so that is suffice. You don't need to fill all the just for. And second thing is what I'm telling, many people have long font size are very big. Many people's font size are small. So you cannot just judge abruptly that 6 pages is enough or 5 pages is enough. It depends upon your font size, your way of writing, and apart from this content, you cannot have any other way for content. So write 4 pages only, but make sure to add all the contents in the answer, enrich your answer with case study, and diagrams.
Okay, ma'am. And in the this answer writing structure, so shall we follow the para format or bullet format, or I mean schematic kind of diagrams? What should be the nature of?
For anthropology, you have to prepare beforehand.
Hmm.
Like in GS, we can make any diagram rapidly at instantly during the examination. But that is not the case with anthro. You have to prepare beforehand for all the diagrams, all the labeling parts, everything. So make sure to have a proper format of the examination. Like if a question I'm giving an example like a band. If a question is asked on a band, so you can give a definition of what is band, what are the features of band, what are the issues with band, what are the present scenario, contemporary scenarios which you can get from here and there. Even you can google it, you can get many examples of tribals which are following band culture, or some primitive tribes which had followed and which has been extinct at present. You can get plenty of examples from that. So this present scenario and then the conclusion. So this will give a holistic approach to your answer, that you have made justice to all the points, all the content which can be included in an examination. Thinking of any of the topics, just think of a topic, think what are things I can write. Just before preparing, just think what can I write about it, what is definition of it, what are the examples of it, what are the present scenario of it, what are the contemporary impact of this, whatever you are getting topics on it, try to answer that. And while preparing, make sure to write beforehand in that topic, like a paragraph is there. So you can write your definition of band. So you will give 2 to 3 definition. And most important is there anthro, there are so many definitions. For that also I want to say that make sure to write the exact definition of the author or whatever the philosopher thinkers they are telling. Like if a opinion is being given by Aristotle, make sure to inculcate in inverted commas and the exact. Don't mix 2 3, like they are knowing the answers, they are knowing this example as well, they are knowing about the thinkers as well. So don't try to fool them with mixing here and there. If you know, you write. If you don't know, no need of doing like this all things. So you cannot cheat an invigilator. You are thinking you're cheating, but you will be caught at the end. So make sure to remember at least 2 to 3 definitions of proper definition of every topics. There are many topics, ma'am, in social culture especially. There are many topics, band, kinship, family. So make sure to have a beforehand example, like starting with this inverted commas and with a philosopher thinker. It gives a very nice impression for your answer. And it also shows that you have made a proper preparation beforehand for this exam and for this topic as well. So it gives a very nice picture of the answers.
ओके ओके मैम, कैसे जब क्वेश्चंस पेपर हमारे सामने आता है तो हम उसमें किस क्वेश्चन को अटेम्प्ट करें, ये कैसे चूज करें, किन किन टॉपिक्स को प्रिफर करना है?
हाँ, for anthropology there are so many topics, so many questions are there, and you are in a very good condition to attempt at least 6. So I mean, the questions are asked with 10 to 12, I think, and so you have a very good opportunity to attempt the best which you have studied. You may be studying all the 10 questions or the 15 questions, but you are in a condition to attempt the best 6. For that, make sure to attempt from tribal anthropology, which for which you will have a very much of answers and data also, like tribal population, tribal literacy rate. So make sure to attempt from tribal anthropology. And the second is socio culture. And third is this physical anthropology. Physical, you are in a condition to draw many diagrams. So diagram give a very good picture in physical, while you can also go for thinkers and philosophers, but it is a very lengthy, it takes so much time for write a page. But making diagram here and there and explaining that is very easier for you to explain as well as understanding by the invigilator. So make sure to attempt physical anthropology. It fetches more marks. But the question is, the problem is with anthropology physical is they ask some random questions. So have a very nice preparation of physical anthropology, which will get you an edge in the examination.
ओके ओके मैम, और कुछ इम्पोर्टेंट या ऐसे टॉपिक्स जो अभी एग्जाम लिखने जा रहे हैं जिनके पास बहुत कम टाइम है, तो कुछ ऐसे टॉपिक्स जो हमें प्रायोरिटी वाइज पहले तैयार कर लेने चाहिए कि उसमें से क्वेश्चन आने की प्रोबेबिलिटी ज्यादा होगी? कुछ ऐसे टॉपिक इम्पोर्टेंस थोड़ा सा बता दीजिए.
Yes, ma'am. Because there are 30 days, 35 days are left. So make sure to prioritize your studies rather than moving here and there. So for that, ma'am, I will make some note of the topics which I'm not telling that will come, but these are highly probable because BPSC is known for asking the previous year question. So
Yes.
even you or any person who is studying can in fact make a gist of 40 topics, which is of high probability for this. So I'll make sure to make a this and PDF
Okay.
you for
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I will distribute in the group. Yeah. Okay. Thank you,
Okay.
ma'am. And एक और क्वेश्चन था कि how to enrich your answer in section 3 Indian social system. How to do that?
Indian social system, for that same I'm telling you can go for Ember and Ember.
Okay.
There is there Vivek
अच्छा.
Bhasme sir is
हाँ.
there for simplified anthropology,
Okay.
and for that you don't need to write any diagram. There is not much
अच्छा.
diagram in that,
ठीक है.
but if
ठीक है.
you get from any Google, then you can refer Kirti ma'am's diagram. That's
Okay,
all. You
ma'am.
don't need to do anything
Okay.
else.
और मैम ये पैरा वर्सेस बुलेट पैराग्राफ में लिखना है या बुलेट फॉर्मेट में लिखना है? और इट डिपेंड्स ऑन यू हाउ. हाँ, कैसे आपको
Yes, it depends. I have written paragraph format,
ओके.
but at times where you need to do something like for graph, for that you can go for that also.
ओके मैम.
But it depends upon the, like for definition you cannot go on bullets in
हाँ.
definition, but something is there which can be like the issues with it, features are there. So for that you can make a bullet points so that it will be give a clarity for your answer. But the starting or intro should not be in para format. It should be in para format. It should not be in bullet points.
अंडरस्टैंड मैम. और लास्ट क्वेश्चन मैम, ये यूपीएससी वर्सेस बीपीएससी, मतलब अगर किसी ने एंथ्रोपोलॉजी ऑप्शनल लिया है और दोनों में क्या अंतर है यूपीएससी और बीपीएससी का?
Yes, for BPSC they are asking 50 markers question. So for 50 markers you need to write at least 4 to 6 pages. That is all you need to write. For that you must have a large content of any of the topic. So for BPSC the content which you are preparing should be exhaustive, and they are not asking any analytical question. What they are asking is very direct, what you have studied, that only, and there is no extra contemporary issues which can be added in that. But UPSC asks very short questions which is a one pager. At the same time the questions are much more analytical, like comparison, analyze, critically analyze. But in BPSC these questions are not asked. They are directly asking upper Paleolithic age or what is Mesolithic age, Neolithic age, that they are asking direct questions. So you need not indulge deep in the syllabus. The preparation should not be so deep that you are just thinking and analyzing this with this. No need of doing all these things. Just look at the previous year's question, make a holistic approach for all the topics, larger topics, not small topics, I'm telling, because you need to write 50 markers question. Always remember that for 50 markers you need to have sufficient content with you. So for BPSC you don't need to indulge deep in all the natures of the anthropology. You must have a superficial and macro approach to for anthropology in BPSC, and for UPSC there is some different thing.
और एक लास्ट क्वेश्चन मैम, कंटेम्प्रेरी इश्यूज को कैसे करना है टैकल एंथ्रोपोलॉजी में, मतलब
Yes ma'am, for contemporary issues you have to add the case studies, and for case studies I have already explained this book, so these books are sufficient for case study as well.
और कुछ मैम जो आप अपनी तरफ से कुछ और ऐड करना चाहें?
Do not panic in the examination, most important. And you will remember me for this, that whatever you have studied will be asked in examination. You will remember this sentence. What you have studied in this 1 month, 2 months, or whatever, the same questions will be asked in examination. Okay, so make sure to give maximum to these questions so that it should be described and written in so beautifully that if the newsletter is in a very bad mood, unka mood बहुत भी खराब हो, then he will be more than happy to check and give you much marks. तो ना शाम में अगर बहुत उनका मूड खराब हो तो भी आपको बहुत अच्छा नंबर दे. तो make sure to make your copy so beautifully decorated in anthropology, because there is scope of decoration in anthro. So make sure to make your copy so beautifully decorated that even if he is in bad mood, he'll give you a very nice marks. That's all the best.
Okay, thank you ma'am, and please share that thing, so I will just share in description box PDF, same thing. Thank you very much ma'am.